say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, Patriots, and thank you for joining this special live report in regards to the current situation. Hold on one second. I got to catch this phone call. I'm very sorry. Go ahead. Should be there in about 10 minutes to pick you up. All right, bye. Sorry about that. The things that happen on live reports or live shows. That was my son wanting to let me know that he was done with what he was doing and needed somebody to pick him up, which was already taking place. Anyhow, there's an old saying that I've used many, many times. I don't remember the first time I heard this. Going back probably when I was a teenager, it was the first time I ever heard it. And that was, I heard somebody telling a bully that was talking about beating them up, fuck around and find out as to what is about to happen to you. Well, that's basically what's taken place right about now. Now, there are certain things that I cannot talk about that's been shared with me, but there are things that I can, which are being put out right now in the news media, as well as in places that many of you probably don't look at, but it's open for the public to see it, and that's called Flight Radar. Flight Radar is an app you can get on your phone or on your computer, on your iPad, and it allows you to track all aircraft that are using a transponder across the globe. And if you pay a subscription to it, if you pay a subscription to it, then you can filter out whatever you want. And I've had it for the past week set to just military aircraft and drones and lighter than air. And I've been watching this, we call it a package of U.S. military assets moving around the country. All right. Again, only those that are using a transponder, which is sending out a signal from their aircraft to air traffic control, can you monitor. All civilian aircraft use a transponder like this. Once they get in a war zone, well, that no longer is used, the normal civilian transponder. It's a different type of system that's used that allows them to be seen by command and control aircraft up above, which will now become the air traffic controllers for bombers and fighters. So what I watched yesterday, and actually a friend of mine beat me to it, said, Doug, have you checked out Flight Radar recently? Go check it out right now. And I counted 14 KC-135 United States Air Force aerial refuelers leaving in a package heading east across the Atlantic. Their purpose is to aerial refuel fighters and bombers. And then today I've been watching it, been seeing them leave America in flights of 2, flights of 3, flights of 4. fact, currently, right this moment, let's see what's heading that direction from America. Oh, well, let's see. That's a C-17 Globemaster, another C-17 Globemaster, all heading in that direction, carrying supplies and so forth. Here we go. Here's a KC-135 straddle tanker that departed Wichita, Kansas from the Air Force Base there. So that's all open to the public. Now, it doesn't tell you where they're going. Read between the lines where they're going. Donald Trump made it pretty damn clear, as well as many other presidents before him, Democrat and Republican, that we cannot allow radical Islamic terrorist groups or countries that support radical Islamic terrorists to have nuclear weapons. Well, the first reason is just obvious. But when you have a country such as Iran that has been chanting to the high heavens, death to America, death to Israel, and openly saying that once we have the capability of putting a nuclear warhead on an ICBM missile, we're going to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. Openly threatening what they're going to do, annihilate Israel. And of course, if they launched a nuclear weapon into Israel, then, geez, it's going to affect more than Israel, all the other countries around there, which also do not want to see. In fact, there ain't a single country in the Middle East that is okay with Iran getting a nuclear weapon. None of them. Now, to those out there on the left and the uneducated Democrats up in Washington, D.C., that say, why is it okay for Israel to have nuclear weapons, but Iran can't? How hypocritical is that? Well, they're too stupid to realize that they don't have nuclear weapons. Israel is not a nuclear weapons country. Now, they are supplied with lots of military assets from America, from Europe, from Canada, hell, all of NATO, all the NATO countries help beef up Israel's defense. And this started at the end of the Second World War, after the genocide that was uncovered. The Holocaust, where hundreds of thousands, in some estimates, millions of Jewish people were removed from life. And sadly, the new replacement for Nazi Germany, and the only country that has been hell-bent on the same attitude as Adolf Hitler, is Iran. So, over the years, we have watched the many different nuclear monitors, per se, organizations that tabulate what countries have and how many they can have, and well, not how many they can have, but keeping an eye on what they can and can't have, or if they're going above and beyond. You know, for instance, we had signed a treaty at one point when Ronald Reagan was the president of Russia to get rid of X amount of nuclear weapons and not build any more nuclear weapons. So they monitor these type of things. We do that with Iran as well, except in the past few years, Iran has backed away more and more of not allowing the nuclear inspectors to go in and see what they have. So we've had to rely on spies. And we've got spies all over, everywhere, just like